celebrate my dad. My dad married well. He married really well. Mom, the sacrifices that you made in the last years, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to Dad, and it was a big deal, and it was hard. Running a print shop, taking care of a guy who can't really walk or get around, that's a big deal. I just want to recognize you. A round of applause for my mom. I mean, so as a kid, I have obviously thousands of fond memories of my dad. He would always include me in things, so he had hobbies. My dad was a hobby guy, not like woodworking or productive things, like team roping or calf roping, right, or rodeo stuff, or golf. And so I would always be out there opening chutes for him, or running cattle back, or every once in a while he'd try to get me on a cow, and then I'd cry, and we'd be done. I was always allowed in his space. Not allowed, I was welcomed in his space, I played basketball a little bit, and he went to every single game. I don't think he ever missed a game of my basketball. We had birthday parties at my house. Every birthday party. Every one of them. My friends talk about still
to this
today. He made it special for everybody that came. Like you guys talked about. He made it special for everybody. Kids that maybe didn't have a dad, you could feel like Dad really took them under their wing. He would make up games. I don't know if you guys experienced, I know Jenny, of course, these games he would make up for birthday parties are, so we played a game called Howdy Partner. Did anybody play that game with us? So Howdy Partner is a game where you start at the back corner of the living room, and he says go with the stopwatch in his hand. And you run as fast as you can upstairs to the upstairs bathroom. You sit on the toilet. You take off a piece of toilet paper to prove that you are at the toilet. You scream at the top of your lungs, "Howdy, partner!" And then you run back downstairs and he stops you. That's it. That's the game. The fastest person to do it wins. Everybody loved it. And he made it up. It's one of those games that as a dad I can imagine thinking, I want to play a game where I can sit down. He would sit in our driveway, and we'd have a ball, and all my friends would be in a circle, and we'd all be on our toes, and he would throw the ball behind his back or whatever, and if you dropped it, you're out, and the last person to stand was the winner of that game. And I have friends to this day, when they tell me, I'm sorry to hear about your dad, I remember when he used to play that game with he had this impression on people. It wasn't always fun, he taught me, we built a lot of fence. We fixed a lot of fence. We hauled some hay, nothing like a real true rancher would do, but we hauled some hay. So he taught me how to work. We never did work without music in the background. He would open the truck door, he would turn the radio up as loud as it was comfortable, and we would listen to country music. And I didn't even like country, I pretended I didn't like country music, because I'm, 12, 13, but I'd listen to Randy Travis and George Strait and loved it. It was a cool part of just the experience I got to have with my dad. And he taught me how to play guitar. I remember where I was sitting and what I even asked him when I said I want to learn how to play guitar. It changed my life, actually. And I didn't even know that was going to happen, but I just sat down and I said, Dad, I want to learn to play a song on the guitar. And I remember why my friends were playing songs on their guitars, and I wanted to be better than them. And so the song he taught me, the very first song I ever learned, was the old campfire scene song from the Three Amigos. If anybody's seen that, there's Blue Shadows on the Trail. Yeah. I don't know, and he just taught me the little bass line to that song and a couple chords just to play with him. I mean, I've been playing guitar since that day. I remember it very well. My dad's favorite thing in the world, at least from my vantage point, was music. It was playing guitar, sitting in a circle with his friends and trading songs. And he, like Chris said, he could sing.
Man.
He could sing. Every time I was around him, all the good guitar players would say, Josh, I want you to sing Blue Bayou, or I want you to sing some Elvis song. I want to do whatever it is. And it was so cool. He loved it. He just loved to sing. He loved to play. He wasn't a great guitar player, but man, he had a really good right hand, percussive right hand. He could just make that guitar sound so good. So now you when you become a dad, right? You see everything through a different lens. Everything through a different lens. I snuggle with my kids. I hug my kids. I tell my kids I love them every time it comes into my mind. I do that because my dad did that to me. He did that to me every single time, every single day. I think my dad said I love you to me every single day of my life that I was around him. He never missed an opportunity to say I love you. I play catch with my kids, whether it be in the driveway or sitting on the couch watching a game or during commercials. We just play catch and we kind of get a conversation going in between catch. And we do that, and I think about my dad when I do that. It's really, I had a phenomenal father. I used to think my dad just, we're hauling hay or we're tamping posts or whatever it is. I'm thinking he's trying to get out of the grunt work, and he's just making me do all the grunt work. And you become a dad and you realize that in fact, that's exactly what he was doing. Right? It's really nice to have somebody else do the grunt work. There were some hidden messages in there, I think. There was you look at a problem that might be big and you just tackle it because that's what hard work looks like. Get a job done, right? And I think I have a work ethic. I'm trying to teach my kids a work ethic, and I think that I was taught that work ethic from my mom and my dad. We've talked about this, and I don't want to dwell on it. He had some tough years, right? His health started deteriorating in October of 2003. I remember that because we bought a house in October of 2003, and about a week to 2 weeks later, I got a call. He had a heart attack. It was a little worse than he thought. Sextuple bypass surgery or whatever he had, right? It was bad. And 17 years later, it was kind of this slow little decline. I couldn't be there. I'm from Oregon, 1,300 miles away, so I couldn't be there as much as I wanted to. We would talk on the phone a lot. We would always talk about similar stuff. We would talk about sports. He always wanted to, if Tiger Woods was doing well, we talked about Tiger Woods, for sure. If the Broncos were doing well, we talked about the Broncos and their next game, how good that receiver is, or whatever we talked about. It was a special. We didn't talk daily. We talked enough that every conversation meant a lot to me. It felt really special to just connect. And my dad and I, every time we got together, that connection was instantly just back. And it was really cool. When I got to be here, so a little bit near the end, I was able to come back and help out a little bit. And we would take drives. My dad wanted to take a drive. And if you know my dad, he likes to take a drive because, and he would love to he'd just say, Cub, he called me Cub. Cub, go over there. I want to show you Michael's product. I always want to show me your product, right? He loved you. He loved your work, your everything. He wanted to show me Michael's products. And so anyway, he was a phenomenal father. He was a loving dad. I don't even remember ever having moments in my life where we were at odds with each other. It was perfect. It was a perfect relationship. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to especially my sister and my brother. You were there in Spearfish the whole time. And I know you guys sacrificed a lot. I know it was a lot of work. Thanks a lot for being there for me. My eyes, my ears, means a lot. I want to thank Ken. You were his spiritual lighthouse, and you kind of course-corrected him, and you did too, Jenny, and it was a big deal to my dad. A really big deal to me. He spoke very fondly of you. He spoke fondly of you, his sister. He loved his sister. Rob, where's Rob? Oh, okay. He loved his siblings. He loved them. Bill, my dad loved you. My dad, you were a great friend to my dad. You were a great help to my mom. And he talked about it a lot, and it meant a lot to him. Thank you.
No, to me too.
Brad and Joe, my parents had the same conversations about you as you had about them. They best friends, it felt like. Just, it was the neatest relationship. I got to be very, very close with my second cousin, right? My second cousins. I mean, who gets to be really good friends with your second cousins? Who gets to be really good friends with third cousins?
Yeah.
What a family, right? Anyway, I just want to say thank you. I'm going to close now. So we sang a song. It's by a band that means a lot to me. My wife means a lot to me. And she wrote these lyrics. She changed them a little bit. She was inspired by the song, but she wrote these lyrics, and I want to read them to you because you might not have heard them or really internalized them. The song is called Through My Prayers, and I'll just read it for you. Hard to believe I won't see you again. We were just together when the new year began. The memory of our words is carried on the winds from above. Still they make me happy, but in a very different way. The pages of the calendar will keep turning away. I have some more words now, but it's too late to say them to you. My dream of all dreams and my hope of all hopes is only to tell you and make sure you know how much I love you and how much I always did. And yes, I know you love me. I could see it in your eyes. And it was in your struggle, and it was in your mind, and it was in the smile you gave me when I was a kid. It feels like only God understands. And now my only chance to talk to you is through my prayers. I only wanted to tell you I care. Every night after and every day since, I find myself grieving when the memory hits. Sometimes it knocks me down, sometimes I can just put it away. Down in my mind where I don't always go, the thought of the lesson is letting me know. If you have love in your heart, let it show while you can. Now I understand, and now my only chance to talk to you is through my prayers. I only wanted to tell you I care. Thank you guys so much for being here. Incredible.